So how do you turn goals or aspirations into reality? I was with a client this week, an entrepreneur, and we were talking about his goals and aspirations. And he was telling me a whole bunch. He had a list of things that he wanted to accomplish for his business. And I said, well, how long have you had these? And he said, well, I've had them for a long time. I said, okay, and how far have you gone into it? What would you say? Have you reached 10%, 50%, 90%? Where are you? And of course, it's not 90% because he's just beginning. He said, well, I've had these for quite a while. And I said, okay. So I asked one question that literally, he had an aha moment. He literally had an epiphany. And the question was, you're looking at these goals and these aspirations in the wrong way, are you not? And he just looked at me. He says, no, we need goals and aspirations to get to where we want. I said, of course we do. But for too many people, I have noticed in the last 33 years that goals and aspirations become wishes. And so they kind of work them on the side, like as if they're little hobbies. When they have a little bit of time, they work on it, etc. And this is not the way to make them reality. So what I said, we need to make these actual problems. Because when they become problems, then you put an actual correction plan, a problem-solving plan to actually get to where you want to where you want to be. And at that moment, he just looked at me. I mean, we're on a Zoom meeting, and he just looked at me, and I could see there was that aha moment, that epiphany, that he was looking at things wrong. You see, for too many people, what happens is that these aspirations that they have are just wishes, and they are in love with their dream. They're not in love with the work of actually getting it done. And the very first steps to getting it done, to making your goals and aspirations a reality, is to make sure that you have a plan, an actual correction plan of how do we get from this, where I am, to where I want to go. This is a must. And if you look at it as a problem to solve, you're likely going to be on your way to getting it done, versus an aspiration, a goal that, you know what, it's a beautiful dream, it's something that to eventually attain. But when you have a problem, you want to solve it as quickly as possible. So you work at it. You actually have something concrete of steps, a process that you're going to follow to make sure that you get there. And if you don't get there within a specific time, at least you're going to get closer. One of the things that I'll always say is that with the correction plan, of course, for these goals, is that you want to have a timeline. But that timeline does not mean that you're going to adhere to it as if you don't meet it, you're going to be a failure. That's not it. What it is that you want to make sure that the actions that you take are within that timeline, not the results, because you're going to be learning along the way when you're getting this corrective plan into actually action. You're going to be learning different lessons that you thought were a reality, when in actuality they were assumptions. And this is truly important. So each time that you take a step forward, what happens is you're learning lessons. And yes, you are getting closer to your goals and aspirations. And that is how you make your goals and aspirations into reality. Now, if you like this kind of content, follow me. And of course, look at my bio. There's a link for 3 different communities. One for as an entrepreneur starting out, another one for a business with less than 20 people and or employees, and the last one is for businesses that are with more than 20 employees. So I hope you like this, and I'll see you tomorrow.